Hey y'all. Hey. You missed it, Chai. Like literally just climbed up the pillows just to say, I'm here. How's everybody doing? Hello. Happy Friday. We made it through the week, right? We made it through the week. Wow. So, for those that have been following me, y'all know that I am never afraid of using my voice and my platform to educate and to stand up against injustices. I've been doing it for way before social media. I remember when I was in eighth grade, and there was this whole thing happening in the Catholic Church where priests were touching, molesting young boys, altar boys, and me being Catholic, me being in a Catholic school, um, our principal, she wanted the students to participate in something if they felt that they needed to. Like I've been lucky enough to be watered by adults that literally have at least helped me mold into a decent human being. And I remember she spoke with the parents and said, hey, listen, the kids wanted to do something. They want to do a rally. I'm all for it. And luckily, every single parent was for it. And as Catholic young kids, we stood up. I remember at the cathedral in Newark, New Jersey, one of the biggest cathedrals where like a lot of the time is when the Pope visits out up northeast, that would be the cathedral. And you have all these kids and adults, and we were there with posters and we were rallying. And ever since then up until now, I have always used my voice in when it comes to injustices like that. And I have been working so much on myself over the course of these last 11 months, working through a lot of things. I've been really talking about self-love and self-worth and human dignity and basic kindness and light and love. I've been talking about that a lot. And while I've been doing that, I have been pretty much strengthening my mind, strengthening my spirit, recharging. Because the person that I was 11 months ago, broken, scared, drained, literally just like died. I died, but I rebirth. And I am happy to be here, happy to stand aside by the people that I care about and that matter to me, and to use my platform as best as I can to make the obvious seen. We've survived 2020, and if our eyes aren't open yet and people haven't put in the self-worth, then it's never too late to start. But they gotta catch up. It's 2021. So for this live, I really wanted to talk about, I wanted to do this again. I wanted to do it on Monday. But I was dealing with some stuff, and I was like, I have to like really work, meditate, like I have to work on myself, change. And I took a little break, and I was like, I wanted to do this video. It's about my song. I actually did the live in LA when the song came out, but I don't know where that video went. Like, I wanted to save it and post it up and have it live somewhere. But I also said in the live that I wanted to do a live later on talking about the lyrics, because I want people to, I know when they feel the song, they feel the vibrations, they feel it, they're like, oh shit, they're like, oh damn, they like it, they stream it, they put it to it. Like, thank you so much for the fact that y'all are connecting with the song. It means a lot to me as an artist. Okay. But I want the lyrics, I want to break it down. I wanted to do this with my EP Phoenix. I just was so caught up like with a lot of other things that I didn't see happening, and so it never happened, and now there's no reason for it not to happen, so I'm doing it now. I'm going to share with y'all what phantom pain means. Okay, so a phantom pain is a pain that you feel of a body part that is no longer there. And the reason why it's no longer there is because it had to be removed, cut, or amputated. And why do things have to be cut, removed, or amputated? It's either because it's no longer healthy, it's either because it's corrupting other tissues and it's going to spread. And so a phantom pain, a lot of the times you'll hear people like like my foot hurts and they're amputated from the knee down. um it's a very interesting phenomenon. It's expressed a lot through people um who have had parts of their body removed for reasons of health purposes. um I love to share my therapeutic journey in song and music. And when I do that, not only is it healing, um, but it's also helpful for those that are listening to, because y'all can relate. Like, what I love about music is that music has no gender, music has no age, music has no ethnic background. Music is music, it's a vibration, it's a feeling, it's an energetic field. And so the fact that y'all are loving it, y'all can embrace it, y'all can, relate to it. It's like that's exactly what the intent was, to heal, just like with my EP Phoenix, but to also empower. Nothing is ever angry, nothing is ever hurtful, nothing is ever vindictive or malicious. It's all just growing and honest and vulnerable. And it's about the creator, and it's about the listener, and it's about navigating through times that you might be going through now, or times that you went through in the past. So, phantom pain is a lingering pain of something that's no longer there. And I've been through four relationships that have molded me in experiences that I have learned. I always get better from every situation. And I will say that this has been an amazing situation for two reasons. One, it happened at a time where the world was forced. Like, we were all forced to be in our life and kind of reflect and have no other distractions, because we were all in quarantine. And two, it was great because it forced me to be alone, like literally alone with just my dog. But it also allowed me to step up and take responsibility of my own self and not rely on anybody, because I was alone. And so it allowed me to fall into therapy when it came to my sessions with my therapist, with my love recovery coach, and then eventually with my friends who I then made in the spiritual realm of the world, and also my shaman, who, shout out to her. So here we are, Phantom Pain. It's very meaningful, from the cover art to the production of sound to the lyrics of words. The artwork came to me in a dream. It literally came to me in a dream. Usually when writing a song, I actually go about seeing the visuals first. And in this case, I didn't see any visuals. It kind of came to me as we went, and the cover art came to me at the very end. It came to me in a dream. I remember I was in the mountains. I remember I had a flower crown, and I remember it covering my eyes. I remember it covering my eyes. I could just see my lips, and I was in Ecuador, and the mountains around me were the mountains of Alaushi, where my parents are from. So I immediately created a mock, sent it to my graphic designer. He killed it. He made this incredible thing that you saw. The crown, the flower crown that you see in the cover art, he literally pulled various pieces of flowers, and he created that. He created that on his own, and that was so cool. And for it, the meaning of it was the beauty in the mind, being in nature, in the spirit, the heart still there but bleeding, but the fact that it might be out of the body, but it's there. Like, it feels like it's still there. And the reason why that symbolism of the heart being out with everything pretty is that even though it might have been ripped out, you might have dealt with heartbreak and shit. In this song, it's about all my heartaches, all my lingering pain, all the traumas that I've been through, even before a romantic relationship, how my heart, might be it might have been ripped and gutted out of me, but its presence is still there, right? And even though my mind might not be, my brain might not be there, at least I have this flower to substitute it. And with these things, I'm managing to figure out a way how to find and curate the beauty all around me. You know, it was very it's very like symbolic, from everything, from the color scheme to everything, and I'm very proud of that artwork. So that is the artwork. When it comes to the production, shout out to Nick. Government name Nicholas Payton, aka Nick Slay, aka the Black Ambition, aka the, like, oh my god, he's got so many AKAs, man. I think he like totally outnumbers Prince when it comes to that. He's a good friend of mine. I've known him for so many years. I'm so great to finally be able to like work with him. I've been, you know, sometimes we are our own worst critic and our own worst enemy, and so it's taken me this long to finally be like, I am finally worthy. And that's also what the crown means. Like, I am worth this crown. Like, get out of your head, get out of your brain. You are worth love, not pain. And I've known pain far too well. And to quickly jump back, and I'll jump back to the production. Frida Kahlo is an incredible example of a woman who's known pain and has been able to translate her pain into art, which has been able to resonate with people and connect in ways of deeper than any other thing possible. And I think that's what I love about being a creator and being an entertainer, is that. So Nick, I told him I've been wanting to make a song. This is really stemming from my mother, because she's been at it for like a minute. Like, make a Latin beat, make a song with a Latin beat, you know. And I was like, okay, Mom, all right. And I wanted to surprise her. And I said, you know, I am very proud of my culture. I'm very proud of where my parents are from, where my roots are from. I want the production to be from the South American indigenous folk music. And for those that know exactly what that means, it means the pan flute, it means the drums, it means certain strings, it means even the rain stick that goes, you know, like all these elements I want to include on this track. And he was like, say no more, I got you. He curated this amazing production, which then G Pro was able to come in and add his Latin flavor to it, and that was incredible. When I first met Anna, I met her through having heard her work, and I loved it. And I've never worked with a woman and actually put out content with, and so I really wanted to, when I was going to write this song, invite someone who's a songwriter, but also do it with a woman. Maybe it could be a different touch and element than working with a man who's trying to translate my ideas, who maybe he might not ever understand. So, you know, being that she understood exactly what I was going through and what it was that I was trying to, the message I was trying to convey, we were able to create this song, and just apparently y'all love it. I want to shout out to my boy Philip. He is very heavily involved in my EP Phoenix. I sent him the lyrics. I wanted his input. I wanted his opinion. And he was like, you know, what about this part? You know, you deserve a crown and love, not pain. I'm a phoenix to a queen, baby. And I was like, yes, you know. And he had another punchline in there that was really dope, that kind of like parallels where I was and to where I am now and where I'm going moving forward. And I loved that. I really loved that. And this was such a big collaborative, creative effort, and I'm so proud to see that our work, our passion, our effort has resonated through so many people. So now I'm gonna get to the lyrics. Music video will definitely be out soon. Shout out to my boy Brendan. Shout out to my girl Mel. Everybody that I'm talking about, you can find all of their details in the description box, because this will be on my YouTube channel, and also probably as a post on my Instagram. So make sure to follow them and support them, because you have to support creators. I mean, this is why we do what we do, so that the world can see it and appreciate it and, you know, create art. So the first verse, we were two, but we shared one heart. We've all been in relationships. Like I said, I've been in 4 relationships. When you're in a relationship, you no longer are, like, at least with me, I've always had this codependency, right, with my partners. and it always turns out as like we're two people and all of a sudden we're one person. And that's great when like you're exchanging vows and you still know how to live your life as separate individuals. It's not good when you're not committing to that extent and you're very dependent and reliant on one another, where you can't do anything without the other person being there, and it's and you don't realize that you're codependent until like after the fact. And it's crazy because I was like that with my last two relationships. I didn't realize that codependency factor has a lot to do with the codependency that my family and I have with each other. We really, really, really are a small group, and we really rely, and that's great. Codependency is not meant to be a bad thing either. I know that my psychiatrist had mentioned that the way animals thrive is in a codependent relationship. The ones that have tribes, it exists because even in basic humanity, we need to have that. We need to have a cluster of a tribe and have a nice codependency with a balance of independence and autonomy. So the first line, we were two, but we shared one heart. We fell apart and you took my part. So we were two and we shared one heart. So we were two and we became one. That's beautiful, great. There's the good and the bad in that. But when the relationship fell apart, you took my part, meaning my heart. You took my part, like you took that part. And that's where it's bad. It's like, oh shit, because like now it's like, I don't have that, so what am I going to do, right? On my chest, I can feel my scar, but I didn't have an option. You took my heart, you took my part. I have a scar on my chest. I had no say. I didn't end the relationship. It's crazy. Out of my 4 relationships, I ended the first one. Everything else, it just either didn't work out because, like, how could it with my abuser? Like, if it wasn't for the police who came to my aid, I probably would still be with them, which is really sad to say, but it's the truth. Or I'd probably be dead. But after that, they walked out, So, we were two, but we shared one heart. I fell apart and you took my part. On my chest, I can feel my scar, but I didn't have an option. I didn't have an option. I didn't have an option. I didn't have a say. Like, it was over, I tried, but could only take so much. I knew that I had to cut you off. Couldn't let your poison kill me and let it reach my heart. So that part is very significant because, like, in some of my relationships, there were parts in, like, early on where, like, I saw things that I was like, man, this is kind of, like, disrupting my flow. This is kind of, like, making me feel a little bit at unease because, like, it's not my stilo. Like, I feel, like, energetically not balanced anymore. But even though I felt that in some of my relationships, I've never, like I said, I've never been the one except for one time ended. And so I tried, but I could only take so much. I knew that I had to cut you off, and I knew that I couldn't let your poison kill me and let it reach my heart. Like, I knew all that, but I didn't do anything about it. Like, I didn't do anything about it. And again, it's nobody's fault but mine. Like, the whole thing that I'm always going to preach in everything that I put out is, what have I learned from this? I will never, ever, 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 ever promote the mentality of why me, why is this happening to me? Well, if you don't want it to happen, then you need to sit back and reflect and figure out what's happening. Like me, thank you God for my therapist who has helped me. Chai, relax. She hears, come here. She hears the dog downstairs barking, so she's going nuts. Relax. All right, she wants to be in this thing. So it's, yeah, right? You heard the dog? The dog's upsetting you? Relax. So, okay. So, when, for example, like, I remember at one point, and this is just random I'm pulling it off from one of my experiences out of the 4, sometimes when a person vents, that's great. As a partner, you should be there. But dumping is very unhealthy for not just energetic, but also emotionally and mentally, because it really does disrupt your peace. And that can affect your mood, that can affect your whole aura, that can affect who you are in your core essence. And then that will then become almost like it says poisonous. Like it changes you. It changes you to become irritable. It changes you to be in a foul mood. It changes you to be a bitch. It changes you. So even though I'm saying that I tried my best, right? Like I tried it, but I could only take so much. Like I'm only human. Like I can't constantly be at this battle, right? Like loving you and being hurt type of thing without it really being your intention or not, you know? And I couldn't just let it break my heart and kill me. But yet it's a battle, that it's a war. One day it wins, one day it loses. So, you know, I then say, I wish I could go back, rewind. I gave you nothing but my time. I lost my heart and then my mind. I didn't need it to survive. Okay. I wish I could go back in time. It's not like of regret. It's definitely not of regret. I don't regret anything that's happened in any of my relationships. It's made me who the hell I am, and I'm very proud of the woman that I am and who I'm becoming. But it'd be really fake and unrealistic to say, if I could go back in time, I wish I could make things different. I can change things. Like, there's got to be some type of, like, you know, awareness of, damn, if I could have just done something differently, I would. Because maybe it would have helped the relationship. Maybe it would have helped the situation. Maybe it would have changed. Maybe we'd still be here today, or maybe we wouldn't, but maybe we would be in different terms, you know? So I wish I could go back and rewind. Because I gave you nothing but my time. Because I gave you all of me. I wish that there was a better way that we could be in the now, you know? And if changing something from the past could alleviate and make it better, then I wish I could do that. And the fact of the matter is that I can't. The fact of the matter is that I can't do that. I can't go back in time. I can't change anything and rewind. And I can't, you know, make things better so that situations could be better now. And because I couldn't do that, here we are now, you know, or here we are at the point of the breakup where I've lost my mind and I've lost my heart, and clearly I'm still alive. I didn't need it to survive, right? So that's what the first verse is about, you know. There's a lot in there. There's a lot in there. And a lot of accountability in there too, you know. Again, it's about what I've learned and what I can share, you know. So the hook says, I feel like you're close, but you're not around. I can hear your voice when there's not a sound. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, I feel a pain left by you. And then I say, I feel a pain left by you, a phantom pain left by you. And then I chant that again and again and again. That is the pure example of what phantom pain is. You can feel something that's not there. So in this situation, I feel like you're here, but you're nowhere to be found. I can hear your voice, but you're not here. You know, it's that lingering pain. It's that lingering of, damn, I wish I had my foot still, but I don't. And how do I live through it? I push through, you know? That's kind of like the ordeal. Like, even though I might have my hand and arm amputated, I have to function still, you know? So that's what the hook's about. The second verse becomes a little bit more empowering. Instead of the I wish I could do things different, blah, 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 to it's a little bit empowering. You know, now it's like, I can still hear you calling my name. Now that means, although you're lingering, you know, this isn't like a literal, like, you're talking about me. This is like, I feel that you're still here. I can hear you, right? Because that's my those are the symptoms that I have post breakup, right? I can still hear you calling my name, but I'm making the choice to stay away. Meaning, although I miss you so fucking much and I would love to be back with you type of situation, I know that where we are right now is the right place that we're supposed to be at this given moment. And I'm making a choice to stay away. You know, I'm making that choice to just heal, I'm making that choice to accept. I'm making that choice to, reflect. I'm making that choice to, grow. And then comes the next line. I deserve a crown and love, not pain. Now, here's the thing. Whether the pain was inflicted by the ex-partner or by anybody else outside of the relationship, you're also inflicting pain on yourself by not letting go, by being hard on yourself, by not being able to forgive yourself, and by beating yourself up over and over again. So you realize, it gets to the point where you realize, like, you know what, I deserve a crown, love, and not pain. And that's where from a phoenix to a queen, baby. And that's about realizing during the time of your healing, your growth, and as much as it hurts, like, oh, as much as I want our heart to be one again, it's like, I'm in this situation. I have to live without this for now. I have to live without it for now, because it is the right thing for us both. So what do I do with the process? I'm gonna date myself. I'm gonna treat myself as the queen that I am, because based off of my EP, Phoenix, that died. And through the ashes, I rose like a phoenix. And now that I'm rebirth, I'm empowering my own damn self as the queen that I am, because I never have. And I can speak that to myself. I never have. I've always, either dumbed myself down around people, or in relationships, I've always kind of bent over backwards, and I feel like resentful. And that's nobody's fault but mine, Again, I don't promote pointing fingers. I promote shit, like, I'm human. What the fuck did I could have done better, and what is it that I learned, from a phoenix to a queen, baby. And then it goes, still wonder if I cross your mind. I did nothing. Wait, still wonder if I cross your mind. Still thinking about you and I. Do you? Hold on. Is that the part? Oh. So it goes, I gave you nothing but my time. I lost my heart and my mind. Okay. So after that reflection of, shit, I'm here on my own, and I am with myself. I need to recognize who I am. And yeah, I wonder if you're probably feeling the same thing I'm feeling, because that's a really realistic and almost sort of romantic question to ask. But you'll never really get that answer, because as long as you haven't gotten the face-to-face closure, you need to kind of like move on and break through and just carry on, right? And then the hook comes back again. It's the missing part. The bridge. I'm sorry. The bridge comes in, and actually, I love the bridge, because it's kind of like that fair balance of vulnerability and empowerment. Because the first verse is very, vulnerable and honest and raw, and almost like an epiphany, and then it goes into empowering and growth, and like, whoa, I am woman, hear me roar type of thing. But the bridge is like, it's a missing part I need, missing part to feel complete, but it will no longer fit. My heart bleeds if I force it. So it's the missing part that I need, because in medical terms, if your heart is not beating and it flatlines, you're dead, right? So if you're missing your heart, right, that part that you technically need to feel complete, right? But the more you try putting it in, the more you try squeezing it, the more you try to like make that happen, the more trauma you're adding, and the harder it is for you to even like move in. So instead of forcing that heart back in that they took from you, figuratively speaking, because like when you're left broken hearted, it was like they took my heart, and I've had heartbreaks, so there are people in the world that have my heart. But it's up to me to donate, another heart to myself, right? And since that heart doesn't fit in here no more, it doesn't mean I'm heartless. It means that heart that you're holding, I give to you and I free myself from that bond, and I'm going to now continue to move forward without that. And in time, my heart will come back, it will mend, it will be there, and ta-da, you know, moving forward, you know? And that's what Phantom Pain is about. And I think that a lot of people, like, I remember seeing a message from a guy, and he was like, yo, this is so dope, like, I really feel it, it's so poetic. And that was really nice, because for it to also register to men, again, music is gender biased, music is culturally biased, you know, music is a feeling, music is storytelling, music, at least for me, my music is that. I don't like putting senseless stuff, I don't like putting hateful stuff, I don't like putting victimizing stuff. I'm all about empowering. That's what I am, that's who I am, that's, you know, I've survived so many things, and I want to be part of the narrative of love and light, because we're living in such a dark time. And with that being said, it was fun to share with you a lot of what Phantom Pain is about. You can listen to it anywhere and everywhere. Please do follow my Spotify artist page. All you gotta do is type in Jessenia Phantom Pain. You'll go to my profile, Jessenia, and put follow. The more you do that type of stuff, the more the Spotify algorithmic system helps the person. And it's not just about me. It's about the people that put their time, their heart, their love, their gift, their God-given gift into this too. I love them all. Nick, thank you. G Pro, thank you. Anne, thank you. Philip, thank you. All y'all, thank you for really embracing my artistry, my craft, my passion. I am evolving, I am growing, and the reason why I'm thriving is because, you know, of y'all. The universe is great, God is great. Thank you so much. If you have any other questions, if there's anything that, like, I might have missed in this, because, like, I'm really freestyling this all from the top of my head, I'll probably add it onto the description, if anything. So read the description box just in case I'm like uploading and I'm like, damn, I should have said this too. So just keep your eyes open for that. I love you all. Please be good, be kind. It takes so much effort to just put negative energy into the world. It takes so much less energy than to just mind your own and spread light and love. And that's exactly what I am about. I've been an advocate for that, like I said, at a very young age, and I will do that till the day I'm no longer here on this earth. But my music will live forever. It will be an energy that will forever exist in this world, and I like to add good into the world. So love you all. Thank you, thank you. You know what I want to do? Damn, I want to kind of like look at the questions. I wish that there was a way that I could, because it's so far, like, I can't really read. Your boobs are so hot. Okay, so I don't I don't want to read those statements. But check out my TikTok. I just posted something there. I'm really using my platform, like I said, to be able to shed some light and awareness on some things. I've said things by sharing stuff on my stories. I haven't been physically, like, and in front of the camera doing it, because, like I said, I've been really working on my mental health. I've been really working on my spirit, and I've been really taking care of my space and making sure that I'm strong enough, mind and soul, to be able to take whatever might come with backlashes. Because when you stand up for injustices, there's going to be people that are going to want to dim that light and shut you up. And you have to be strong. You have to be strong-minded and strong-spirited to deal with that type of hate. And it is dark, and it is hateful, and it is from a place of projection, and it is from a place of hurt. Hurt people will hurt people. So to anybody that might feel offended by anything that I've said in this live, in my post, I'm practicing my free will of expression in a very peaceful, sound way. I'm not attacking nobody. You are given the right to feel and believe what you want to. If you're like, oh my God, I hate the fact that she wears white t-shirts and you want to hate me for that, that's your prerogative. You're projecting, whatever. I'm just going to be deflecting energy like that, because it is my responsibility to take care of myself and nobody else, and I'm all about that. That's why I created the self-love movement, the You Love You brand. If you haven't gone to the Instagram page, the You Love You brand is specifically meant to be able to learn how to forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be in places and not harbor any grudges or pain, and knowing how to love yourself and not relying that on someone else, and developing a cycle of codependency. So, you know, there's not one blueprint, step 1, step 2, step 3 to go about this. Life is not like linear, it's like this. But all I can say is be patient and be kind to yourself and to others. With that, I am going to wrap this up. I will upload it on my YouTube, Jessenia Vice. Check out my song on all platforms, Phantom Pain. I love you all. Besos y abrazos.